All right, we're going to try something different today. I'm going to make a video so you can use it when you want. You can go back, you can rewind, you can pause. What I suggest is go to your Google Classroom and print out these blank notes. And I already have some steps written down with the problems I want to go over. And that could save you some time. So print that out and let's go over this. And if you understand this basic example, that'll help you with the algebra problems with these letters in them. This is long division. And when we solve long division problems, there's three things I think of when we do these. Divide, multiply, subtract. I'm going to say this a lot. DMS, 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 DMS. Divide, multiply, subtract. So the first thing we do on this problem, let me go over some terms that are going to be helpful. This is known as our divisor. I'm going to use these terms. You need to know what I'm talking about. This is known as our dividend. And our answer, which will be up here, is our quotient. So when I use those terms, you need to know what I'm talking about. Divisor, dividend, quotient. All right, so like I said, we go follow these steps: divide, multiply, subtract. So I divide the dividend by the divisor. 23 doesn't go into 4, but it goes into 47 2 times. There's my division part. The next thing is to multiply. I multiply this answer I just got here, it's not my final answer, times my divisor. 2 times 23 is 46. There is the multiplication. The last step is to subtract. And 47 minus 46 is 1. Then I bring down the 3, and I just continue that until I can't divide anymore. But 23 doesn't go into 13, so I need to bring down the next term also. So because it doesn't go into 13, that's 0. Bring down the 5, and 23 times 5 is 115. Okay, so I'm just repeating these steps over and over again. Divide, multiply, subtract. Divide, I get 5 times. I multiply 5 times 23 is 115. And then I subtract. When you subtract, you get 20. Now that cannot be divided anymore. I'm not going to use decimals, so this is my remainder. And what I do is I write this as a fraction, what's left over what the divisor is. So 205 and 20 over 23. And if you understand those 3 steps, we should be able to do these problems here. Divide, multiply, subtract. All right? Now, on problem 3, I wrote the division like this. Problem 2, I wrote the division like this. Number 1, what I want to do is put in any missing terms in the dividend if necessary. What I mean by that is the exponents should go from highest to smallest and decrease by 1. Notice they do. Exponent of 2, exponent of 1. This is actually 1x to the 0. This one, there's something missing. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay? Divide the first term in the dividend by the first term in the divisor. So I'm going to divide this 3x squared by the first term in the divisor, x. And for now, I'm going to do that over here. And 3x squared divided by x is 3x. Okay, and I'm going to put that up here on the top. Okay, there's my divide part of this problem. The next thing, it says multiply this answer by the divisor and place it under the dividend. The entire divisor is x plus 2. I'm going to multiply by x plus 2. That's just using the distributive property. So it'd be 3x squared plus 6x. Place under the dividend. Okay, so this would be 3x squared. And if you do this right, these two should always match up. Plus 6x. Okay, so there's the multiplication part of this problem. The next step, subtract. The easy thing to remember, this will help you. Draw the line, change the sign, because when we subtract, everything is subtracted, not just the first thing. Draw the line, change the sign. Okay, got to change the sign of both of them. All right, now I subtract. So these should always cancel out if you do that right. Negative 2x and negative 6x is a negative 8x. Bring down the next term, and then we just repeat that until we can't divide anymore. How do you know when you can't divide? If this exponent is smaller than this exponent. Well, they're the same, so I can divide some more. So I follow the same steps again. Divide, multiply, subtract. So this would be negative 8. Put that up here. And I follow the next step. Multiply this answer by the divisor, x plus 2. And I'm going to place that underneath this number here. So negative 8x minus 16. And then subtract, draw the line, change the sign. I should say signs. Those cancel out. This is 17. And now because this is a smaller degree, the exponent on the x is 0, the exponent on this is 1. That can't be done anymore, so we're done with that. So what I do is, because the 17 is positive, I put plus that number over the divisor of x plus 2. All right, let's try a couple more. Again, very, very important. Put missing terms in dividend if necessary. You notice here, there is no x term. It goes from x to the second down to the constant, so I put in that missing term. All right, next step, divide the first term in the dividend by the first term in the divisor. 4x squared is the first term in the dividend. X is the first term in the divisor. And I get 4x. Okay, divide. Now I'm going to put this answer up here on top. And then I'm going to multiply this answer by the divisor. So my divisor, which is x minus 1, I'm going to multiply, I'm going to move that over, multiply by x minus 1. So I get 4x squared minus 4x. And place under dividend. So 4x squared minus 4x. And the reason why I put in that missing term is now I have like terms lined up. If I didn't, the 3 would be here, and they're not like terms. Okay, next step, subtract. Draw the line, change that to signs. Both of them change. That changes, this changes. Those cancel out. This is a positive 4x. Bring down the next term. And because the exponent on the x is 1 and it's 1 there, I can divide again. So 4x divided by x is just 4. Put that up here on top. That's 4 is positive, so I put plus. All right, then I multiply by the divisor. So I get 4x minus 4. And I put that underneath this. Draw the line, change the sign. And then just subtract those, or in this case add now. I already subtracted, so it's 0. This is 7. I can't divide anymore, so this will be plus 7 over x minus 1. All right, one last problem. It was on the back of that sheet. All right, so I check. I see there's a missing term again. The x squared is missing, so I put 0 x squared. So I divide my first term, 4x cubed, divided by x, and I get 4x squared. That goes right here on the top. I take that value, 4x squared, and I multiply by the divisor, which is x plus 1. So this would be 4x to the third plus 4x squared. Put that underneath here. And very important, draw the line, change both signs. Those cancel out. This is 4x squared. Bring down the next term. and I just repeat. So 4x squared divided by the x of the divisor is 4x. That goes here on the top. Then I multiply by x plus 1, and I get 4x squared plus 4x. And I put this underneath, plus 4x. Draw the line, change the sign. These cancel out. They should always cancel out if you do that correctly. So that's minus 9x. Bring down the 7, and I can divide one more time. Divide by the x over here. I get a negative 9. That goes up here. Oops, I forgot the x here. That was a 4x. Multiply by x plus 1, and I get a negative 9x minus 9. Put that underneath here again. Draw the line, change the signs. This is 16. I can't divide anymore, so that represents my remainder. It's positive, so it would be plus 16 over x plus 1. Okay, use these notes if you need to go back over them. Slowly pause, rewind. Now I'll go over any questions.